Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Winging It with Essie. My name is Essie. So I am taking you along with me today on my usual Sunday evening stroll. And for those of you who do not know, the first week of August is World Breastfeeding Week. So from the 1st of August to the 7th of August every year, World Breastfeeding Week is celebrated. So this is just to bring awareness about breastfeeding and to just give mothers the support that they need to breastfeed. So in line with that, today I'm going to talk about something very interesting. Now, I know a lot of you have heard that breastfeeding is a natural form of contraceptive. It's a natural contraceptive. But I'm sure a few of you watching this will probably laugh because they have been prey to this. Now, not to say that it's not true, it is. But there are certain requirements that you have to meet. There are certain criteria that you absolutely have to meet for it to be as effective as it's said to be. Now, what we're talking about is lactational amenorrhea. Now, when it comes to breastfeeding, when your baby sucks on the nipple, it sends a signal to the mother's body to produce a certain hormone that prevents ovulation from happening. So that is why it is said to be a natural contraceptive. So once you're not ovulating, there's really not that much of a chance for you to get pregnant. Now, what are the 3 criteria that you need to meet for it to be effective? First of all, you shouldn't have your period, or you shouldn't have seen your period or any kind of menstrual bleeding 2 months postpartum. That's number 1. Now, number 2, you need to be exclusively breastfeeding and breastfeeding on demand directly from your breast, meaning your baby, every time you're going to be feeding your baby, it should be directly at the breast every 3 to 4 hours during the day and about 6 hours during the night. And then the third criteria is your baby shouldn't be more than 6 months. So your baby should be less than 6 months. All these 3 need to be happening before it be as effective as it's said to be. Now, when it comes to the feeding part, pumping does not replace breastfeeding with regards to the amenorrhea. So just like I said in my other video about breastfeeding, your baby is the best remover of breast milk from your body. So in the same way, the pumping is not as effective as your baby sucking on your nipple. It has to be your baby removing the milk. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of women catch themselves getting pregnant again just 3 months after birth or 4 months after birth. Now, 4 months before I got married, one of my church big sisters pulled me aside and she gave me this advice which I didn't know about, and I'm thankful that she told me about it. And she just basically said to me that if you don't want to get pregnant 3 months after birth, 4 months after birth, 6 months after birth, make sure that you make every effort to add some kind of contraceptive, use some other kind of contraceptive apart from breastfeeding. So it's really your efforts as the woman, as the mother. So when you go and visit your gynecologist, just make sure that you talk about all the contraceptive options that are available, and then use that one. Don't rely on breastfeeding alone, because it can and it probably will fail you. And I'm also talking from the experience of, I actually know people that it has happened to. 6 months after giving birth, they're pregnant and they're totally not in that space and not ready for that. 3 months after birth, they're not ready for that. So I'm so glad I received that tip, and so I just thought that I should also share that tip with you. Don't rely on breastfeeding only. I feel like even if you think that you're meeting all the 3 criteria that I just mentioned, don't rely on that only, because it's a very big deal. It's a very big thing to get pregnant when you are not expecting to, especially when you just gave birth and you're still trying to adjust to motherhood. It's not easy, and it doesn't take a toll on only you, because your body is still recovering from your last pregnancy, and then you're also adjusting to motherhood on a whole. And it doesn't affect just you, it affects your partner as well, because then there's tension, because they are also thinking about the financial aspect of things, trying to provide. They're also adjusting to being fathers. So just take all of that into consideration when you're thinking about your family planning method. So I know a lot of women who would say, don't believe the fact that breastfeeding is a natural contraceptive. It was when I decided to talk about this, I thought to myself, let me read about it. And then I was surprised to learn about these 3 criteria. You know, I didn't know about this at all. So do your own reading. Don't listen to just what I say. Do your own reading, make informed decisions, make informed choices. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.